I definitely had some thoughts. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying just talking about it. Oh my god. Just bear with me for a moment. Stop me from leaving my house because this is what happens. Hello, I'm Zoe and welcome back to my channel Zoe's All Booked. If you're new here, welcome to the shit show and welcome to Couchmas Day 4, which is going to be my November wrap-up. I did this earlier, I filmed my December TBR and I wanted to say my December wrap-up, and just now I wanted to say my November TBR. Apparently the months are swip-swapped in my mind. So in November, I have completed fully 19 books, and I will either finish 2 more tonight before I go to bed or like in the middle of the night when I wake up to get Zach's bottle. So we're going to call it at 21 books for the month of November, which I am actually pretty proud of because I did not expect to get that much because of filming all the Couchmas stuff, attempting NaNoWriMo, which did not go well. So I'm really happy that I got through this many books. Let's just get right into this. I want to try and film at least 2 more videos tonight, and I don't know if I'm physically going to be able to do that, but we're going to try our best here. First up, I read Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. This was my very first Stephen King book. I'm not going to say much about what I thought about it because day 22, I want to say, maybe day 21. I don't remember exactly. I have a vlog coming out for this book, reading my very first Stephen King book. I've always wanted to try a Stephen King book, but I am terrified of a lot of things. So reading one of his horror books was completely off the table for me. There was no way in hell I was going to read one of his horror books. So somebody had said that this one wasn't scary, so I was like, sure, why not? I'll try it. And I had some thoughts. I definitely had some thoughts. Like I said, I don't want to spoil the video coming out, but overwhelmingly not positive. We're gonna leave it at that. This one follows a retired detective. One of the cases that always haunted him was somebody driving a Mercedes who plowed into a bunch of people and killed 8 people, including a mother and her young baby, which was really fucking traumatizing for me to read because that pokes right at my anxiety. So that was awful for me to read. The guy driving a Mercedes, he's gonna do it again. The detective has to attempt to stop him. Based on what I've heard about other Stephen King books, this definitely fits the mold, but yeah. Somebody did mention that The Green Mile was a Stephen King book also that's not horror, but like The Green Mile fucking traumatized me as a young child. Like, I still have not quite nightmares, but they're not nice, pleasant dreams about that fucking movie. And if I start thinking about it, I get real fucked up. So that is never, ever going to happen. I refuse to ever watch that movie again, to read that book, to consume any kind of media involving that book. Can't do it. It made a lot of sense when I found out that it was based on a Stephen King book, because every other thing that I've watched that's been based on one of his works, I have not had a pleasant time with that. Looking at you, misery. I regret ever even seeing a second of that movie. Kathy Bates did a great fucking job, but not for me. No thank you. And then I'm gonna go with, you get out of here. These ones. These are not all of the Animorphs books that I read. I read a couple more, but these are the ones that I have, and these are coming off my TBR. Also, off my TBR, first book. I don't remember how many came off the October TBR. 30 something? Maybe? But I will tally it all at the end of this, and we'll see where I'm at with my TBR challenge, where I need to get my physical TBR down to 150 books, or January 1st, I start unhauling a book a day to get down to 150, which is hopefully, if that gets to that point, going to encourage me to read the fucking books off my TBR and not do what I did this month. But we'll get to that. I have 6 Animorphs books that are coming off my physical TBR. The Conspiracy. I'm sitting on my arm in a really weird way, so I'm kind of like T-Rexing, and it's fine. So get your knees flexing and your arms T-Rexing. The Separation. The Illusion. I really threw myself back into high school there. That was traumatizing. The Proposal. The Weakness, and The Hidden. I don't remember how many other Animorphs books I read this month. My phone's on the other side of the library right now, and there's no way in fuck I'm getting up to get that. But I read at least 2 or 3 more. Number 34, 36, and 38 aren't in there. And I don't know if I read past number 39. So these 6 off the TBR, so that's 7 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I know how to count. The last book that's off my physical TBR here, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Suzanne Collins did it again. Suzanne. Miss Collins. What? I haven't seen the movie yet. We were going to see it last week, but then Kurt and I were just like, we don't want to leave the house. If this fucking coughing could stop, that'd be fantastic. I'm on a mission to find out what the fuck is going on with this cough. I had a chest x-ray. Came back normal. So now they're talking about doing some more invasive testing with a scope and whatever. And that terrifies me. So, like, kind thoughts my way, please and thank you. Anyways, back to this. I fucking loved it. This I will talk about more because the vlog for this went up on day 2 of Coachmas. But, like, oh, holy shit. I'm not gonna do any of my spoilery thoughts. Those are in the vlog, spoilery and non-spoilery. But, like, what the fuck? Oh my god. This was so perfect. I put off reading this for so long because I'm like, what if it doesn't live up to The Hunger Games? Like the original OG trilogy. It did. It really, really did. One of the things I will say that I did mention was that at some point I was like, this doesn't really feel like the original trilogy because, like, we're not in the games. And I'm like, of course we're not. This is from Snow's perspective, you dumb bitch. Of course we're not going to be directly in the games. Like, he's a mentor. We know this. So why would it be like that? And then it clicked after. And I was like, yeah, truly being a dumb bitch right now. Let's just move on from this. It was so good. Kurt and I are in the middle of rewatching the series. I don't know if he's ever seen past the first movie. We're 20 minutes-ish into Catching Fire, and the tears started so quickly when, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying just talking about it. Oh my god, just bear with me for a moment. When Katniss and Peeta are on the tour, the victory tour, and she goes into District 11, and she starts talking about Rue, and then the old man does it, and then Rue's mom is there with her. The way Katniss' voice breaks, and then the old man, and then they kill him, and then she's screaming. I am not okay for the rest of that fucking movie. I cry the whole way through. The whole way through. Fuck me. I'm fine. We're fine. Also, I forgot that Philip Seymour Hoffman died almost 10 years ago now, I think it was. So, that was a jarring realization. My mother-in-law brought it up last week, I think. And I was like, who died? What are you talking about? And then we looked it up, immediately forgot about it after they left. And then when we were watching it, I was like, right, we were just talking about this. Like, the back of this here, ambition will fuel him, competition will drive him, but power has its price. Like, for fucking real. Oh my god. So realistic. It was like chilling. The transition from President Snow as we first meet him as a teenager to the end of the book and, like, becoming Snow. The little Easter eggs for the original trilogy. Oh my god. I was in Zayre's. I was in a grocery store and there was a part that was such a big thing in the trilogy. I'm not going to say what it is. I don't want to spoil it. And when I literally just walked in to the store and I was listening to the audiobook. And when it started, I was like, no. Out loud. I am not to be allowed in public, okay? Stop me from leaving my house because this is what happens. I mentioned in my October wrap-up that I was listening to, what was it? Oh my god, is it Julian Winter's book? As You Walk On By? No, it wasn't that one. It was Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, and I was listening to that in a fucking Dollarama, and I started crying. Like, why do I listen to audiobooks in public when I know this is gonna happen? I don't have problems listening to, like, smutty, spicy books in public. I don't give a shit. The emotional ones? Stop. I need a tea break. Also, if you saw my December TBR, that is the same tea that I was drinking earlier today. Next up, we've got the last of the physical books, and then I will get into the audiobooks and ebooks. Spoilers. I was supposed to be starting my Jane Austen books for my vlog coming out, I think right after the Stephen King one? Maybe before. I don't remember. That's gonna be vlog week, like I mentioned in the TBR. I have so many vlogs coming out that week. I'm very excited. But I was sitting here, right on this couch, and I was like, I feel like complete shit right now. I was so sick for most of this month. I got better halfway through for like a day, and then it was like, hey, we got a different illness. Here's a fever. Have fun. So I was not in the mood to start anything new. I was not in the mood to try something out. I was like, I just need a fucking comfort read. I need something that's going to be awesome, that I know I love, that I can actually sit down and read a physical book, because I've had problems reading physical books recently. I say recently, but it's been like all year. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to read one of the Sarah J. Maas series too. It was between one of her series or rereading the Beautiful Bastard series by Christina Lauren. And then I was like, I really am in the mood for fantasy right now. So I went with this. So I have read so far this month A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I am going to be finishing A Court of Frost and Starlight tonight. I'm on page 44. I'm gonna read some of this after. I'll either finish this tonight before going to bed, in the middle of the night when I wake up for one of Zach's bottles, or first thing in the morning, and then I'm just gonna count it for November, because at that point I'll have read most of the book. If you don't know what this series is about, I've said it before, I will keep repeating this until the end of time. How have you avoided that? That's a superpower, I think, at this point. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling ish. Also, the story of Tam Lin, where we get Tamlin from. And it follows Feyre. Oh, I just fucked up my wrist. Oh my god, I just tried to move my books. And that hurts so much. Oh my god. Pause. Fuck me, that hurt. How? How did I do that? I don't even understand. Feyre is a mortal human girl. She kills a wolf because her family is starving, and she's like, I can get a lot of money for this pelt. So, gonna do it. Turns out, he was one of the Fae. Another one of the Fae comes and is like, you fucked up. So now I'm gonna claim your life in place of the person you killed. I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna kidnap you, basically, and you're gonna live with me in Prithian, the land of the Fae, for the rest of your life. It's Beauty and the Beast. She falls in love with the Beast. Stockholm Syndrome abounding. There is some shady shit happening that she's gotta figure out and stop. I'm not gonna say more than that because, spoilers, I fucking love this series so much. And then, while I was reading this, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a vlog. I'm gonna read all of the Sarah J. Maas books, because why the fuck not? Oh my god, is Kurt calling me? Is Kurt home? No. Oh my god, we're good. It's much earlier than I thought it was. Oh my god, this is not better. No, that's awful. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading the rest of those. And then, I have listened to, I'm on my third Jane Austen book. I listened to Mansfield Park. Not my fave. And then Persuasion. I liked it a little better. And I'm currently on Lady Susan. I will definitely be finishing that tonight because the audiobook was 3 hours long and I'm listening to it at 3 times the speed. I'm at 41%. I will be finished that probably right after Kurt gets home. Again, I have a vlog coming out mid to end of the month. Actually, I have my thing here now. Let's see. Sarah J. Maas vlog, December 20th, day 20. Stephen King, day 21. Jane Austen, day 22. I will be talking more about that, obviously, in the vlog. I don't want to go too deep into my thoughts on Jane Austen so far. The way it's going, I am currently very, very nervous about getting into Pride and Prejudice, because that's the one that I've always heard the most about. That's, to me, like, the most famous one. I will be watching some of the movies. I haven't started. I just got a horrible tickle. This is awful. I'm gonna start some of the movies. Haven't started them yet. And then I also started the vlog for day 23, which is reading unhinged romances. The most batshit insane plots. Finished reading Stuffed by the Were-Turkey by Tate McKirk, I want to say? I don't even know. Yes, that was a fucking trip. And then I started reading Stuffed by... I don't remember. Let me pull up my fucking Kindle. By Sylvia Morrow. The thing is, for this vlog, I'm only reading them while I am hella stoned. So on the weekend after the kids go to bed is like the only time that I'm going to be reading these. So I started Stuffed. I will not be counting that one for this month. November. I know my months, clearly. Let's go back to grade school. So I finished Stuffed by the Were-Turkey, and that was a fucking trip. Honestly, what the fuck? I'm so excited for the rest of the books. I really wish I got to them this month so I could talk about them now. I think kissing the coronavirus is going to be a highlight in that vlog. I really, really hope so. Fingers crossed. Let me pull up Goodreads to see if I'm forgetting anything. Why did I just get so stuffy? What the fuck for? Explain that to me. I think that's all of them. Currently sitting at 170 books read this year, which is past my goal, because my goal was 150. But these Animorphs books, they fucking pushed me past it in October, so that's exciting. That's it. Let me know down below in the comments what books you read in November, if you had a favorite, if you had like a standout or a least favorite. I can definitely say, out of the new books that I've read this month, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, 100% my favorite. Least favorite, definitely. Tyson, are you okay? Okay, you're tripping me out. Who's here? Well, that tripped me right the fuck out. I think somebody pulled up next to the neighbor's house, because Tyson never barks at night like that. So I thought someone was here, and I thought our camera didn't pick that up. We're fine. Anyways, least favorite, definitely. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, TikTok, and Storygraph, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. My forehead just got so itchy. Is that a hair? Oh, that's a good scratch. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video so everyone else can join in on the madness, the chaos, the shit show. With that, we have come to the very end of the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.